Every time you use an ATM, it feels incredibly simple. You insert your card, enter your PIN, and collect your cash. But behind that simplicity is one of the most secure and complex financial systems ever built. In just a few seconds, your request travels through encrypted networks, security filters, fraud detection engines, and precise mechanical systems, all before a single bill is released. Most people never think about this complex dance, and that's exactly why it works so well. Today, we're going behind the scenes of the humble ATM to reveal what really happens, from the moment your card enters the machine to the instant cash lands in your hand. By the end of this video, you'll never see an ATM as just a machine again. First, let's get one thing straight. An ATM is not a simple money dispenser. It's a secure computer terminal connected to a global banking network. Inside every single ATM, you'll find a full computer system, a specialized operating system, encrypted communication hardware, an array of sensors, cameras, and alarms, and of course, a reinforced cash vault. The ATM itself doesn't decide whether you get money. It only asks for permission from your bank. So, what happens the moment you insert your card? As soon as it slides into the slot, the ATM reads the crucial information stored on it: your card number, the issuing bank's identifier, the expiration date, and security data from the chip or the magnetic stripe. Here's an important detail most people miss. Your card does not store your money. It only identifies who you are and which bank needs to be contacted for the transaction. Next comes the PIN entry, and this is where the real security begins. When you type your 4-digit code, those numbers are never sent as plain text. The keypad encrypts your PIN instantly. In fact, the ATM's main computer never even sees the real PIN. This encryption happens inside a tamper-proof, secure hardware module. Your encrypted PIN is then bundled with your card data, the ATM's unique ID, and your transaction request. This entire package is then sent through secure banking networks to your bank. Now let's talk about that invisible global network behind every ATM transaction. Your request doesn't just go straight to your bank. It might pass through national switching networks, interbank processors, and even international payment systems, especially if you're using an ATM from a different bank or in another country. And all of this happens in under 2 seconds. These networks act like financial air traffic controllers, ensuring your request reaches the correct bank without being intercepted or altered. Once your bank receives the request, it runs a series of instant checks. Is the card valid? Is the PIN correct? Is the account active, and are there sufficient funds? And, critically, does this transaction look suspicious? This fraud analysis is incredibly sophisticated. It looks at location patterns, your transaction history, and withdrawal frequency. If you suddenly try to withdraw cash in a different country without notice, it might get flagged. If everything checks out, the bank sends back a cryptographically signed authorization code. Only then is the ATM permitted to dispense your cash. Let's move on to the mechanical part: how the cash is actually released. Inside the ATM are several cash cassettes, each loaded with a specific denomination of bills: 10s, 20s, 50s, and so on. Every cassette is a marvel of engineering. It counts notes with extreme precision, uses sensors to prevent two bills from sticking together and being dispensed as one, and can detect jams or misaligned bills. Before dispensing, the ATM's internal computer confirms the correct amount, the accuracy of its sensors, and its overall mechanical readiness. If anything seems abnormal, the ATM will cancel the transaction, even if the bank has already approved it. This brings us to one of the most feared ATM issues. Your account gets debited, but no cash comes out. Here's the truth about what's happening. The bank approves the transaction. The ATM attempts to dispense the money, but its sensors detect a jam or a partial release. When this occurs, the ATM logs the failure, stores the undispensed cash in a separate internal compartment, and sends error data back to the bank. Banks later reconcile the ATM's digital logs, its sensor records, and the physical cash balance inside the machine. That's why reversals aren't always instant. It's a process of technical auditing, not just an intentional delay. Since they hold cash, ATMs are prime targets for theft and fraud. That's why they are so heavily protected. Modern security includes anti-skimming technology to stop criminals from stealing your card data, encrypted card readers, and vibration and tilt sensors that trigger an alarm if the machine is moved or attacked. Many also have silent alarms that notify law enforcement directly. Some even feature dye systems that permanently stain and destroy stolen cash if the vault is breached, making the money worthless. In an emergency, some ATMs can be shut down remotely, lock their vaults permanently, or even erase sensitive data if they detect a physical attack. Breaking into an ATM is far, far harder than the movies make it look. You might be surprised to learn that many ATMs run on older, but proven, operating systems like Windows XP or Windows 7. This isn't because banks are lazy, it's intentional. These systems offer proven stability and predictable behavior. They have been security certified over years of use. In the world of banking, newer doesn't always mean safer. Reliability and security are valued far more than having the latest flashy interface. Beyond your PIN, how do ATMs confirm it's really you? Modern security is all about layers. ATMs analyze your usage behavior, the time and location patterns of your withdrawals, and their frequency. Some advanced systems are now incorporating biometrics like fingerprint scanners, facial recognition, or one-time authentication codes sent to your phone. The goal is to build a multi-layered defense that makes it nearly impossible for anyone but you to access your account. Even when no one is using them, ATMs are never truly idle. They are constantly reporting back to the bank. They send health status updates, cash level reports, error logs, and security alerts. Banks always know which ATMs need to be refilled with cash, which ones need repairs, and, most importantly, which ones might be under attack. So, why do ATMs still matter so much in our increasingly digital world? Despite mobile banking and digital payments, cash remains essential for millions of people. ATMs serve remote areas where digital infrastructure might be lacking. They provide emergency access to funds when other systems fail, and they work without needing a smartphone or an internet connection. ATMs are not outdated relics. They are a critical piece of our financial infrastructure. The next time you stand in front of an ATM, take a moment to remember what's happening. You're not just withdrawing money. You're interacting with a secure computer, a global joined us. For more deep explanations that turn ordinary things into extraordinary knowledge, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.